Hi everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome to the next episode of my WWE 2K15 Universe mode. As you can see by the calendar there, this will be episode 3 of our WWF Retro Throwback Thursdays. So let's have a quick look at the card we've got tonight. We've got 4 debuts in the first match in this Universe mode. We've got the Natural Disasters taking on the British Bulldogs. In our second match, we'll see Jake Roberts get an opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship. We've seen over the past couple of weeks in episode 1, Jake Roberts defeated the Ultimate Warrior, one of the legends of the Intercontinental Championship belt. And then last week he defeated Owen Hart in a non-title match. In our third match, we've got Great Muta taking on Ricky Dragon Steamboat. Our fourth match sees Hulk Hogan face off against Bret Hart. And if you saw last week's episode, you would have seen that Bret Hart actually hit Hogan with a couple of pile drivers on the outside of the ring last week, and then after defeating Hogan, he attempted a handshake and Hogan refused. Obviously not happy with the tactics that Bret Hart went to in that one. And in our main event this evening, it will be Ric Flair taking on Sting. I've just noticed that Great Muta versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is an Extreme Rules match. That's partly going to be because of in the last episode, the Great Muta actually attacked Ricky the Dragon Steamboat on the way to the ring with a chair. So without further ado, let's get into our first match, which is the debuts. So like I just said, the first match is going to be the 4 debuts tonight. We've got Typhoon and Earthquake, the Natural Disasters, taking on the British Bulldog and the Dynamite Kid. So here we go. Looks like we're going to start off with Earthquake and the British Bulldog in the ring. These two are great new additions to the tag team picture here, and I think they could definitely be additions to the singles picture for some of these championships. As Bulldog working well here on Earthquake, getting the early advantage. Great punch there, knocking Earthquake flat on his back, but Earthquake's back up to his feet. And Bulldog just using his strength to hit that backdrop on Earthquake. Now throwing Earthquake into their corner and bringing in the Dynamite Kid. He gets a nice punch to the stomach there. And a great kick to the side of the head of Earthquake, knocking him down, and now just the knees to the back. Bringing Earthquake back to his feet. Oh, but Earthquake fighting out quite well there. Oh, and a great running collision, if anything there. Bringing Typhoon into this match. Oh, but a great running back heel kick. And a spinning heel kick as well by the Dynamite Kid. It'd be great to see one of these tag teams really make a statement here tonight. We saw last week the Blade Runners, Sting and the Ultimate Warrior defend their tag team championships against Demolition. It's going to take an impressive team to take them championships off of the Blade Runners. Great elbow drop there by the Dynamite Kid. The British Bulldogs really dominating this match. Really, they've had most of the aggression so far. And Typhoon's up, and Typhoon gets hit with the pile driver. Could that be all here? Dynamite Kid goes to the pin. 1, 2. Earthquake just makes it there to break it up in time. Dynamite Kid throwing Typhoon over the top. And now following him out there. What's he going for here? He's going to hit he's hit a spiked DDT on the apron. Sickening there. Spiked DDT on the apron. Typhoon looks out. I'm not surprised. He's back up on his feet though. That was some impact. Spiked on the top of his head. That could do some serious damage. Knee to the face. These two guys still fighting on the outside of the ring. Referee's been very lenient here with a count out. Dynamite Kid finally throwing Typhoon back into the ring as Earthquake makes his way around and throws Dynamite. No, Dynamite manages to get away from Earthquake, and Davey Smith there throwing Earthquake into the ring. Oh, great springboard back here kick by Dynamite Kid. Going for the pin here on Typhoon. Only a 2 count. Earthquake there again got there to break that one up. The snapmare and straight into that submission, but Typhoon was too close to the ropes. It was broken up quickly. Oh, Typhoon with that massive headbutt. Now he looks to lock in the submission on Dynamite Kid. Earthquake trying to stop Davey Boy Smith getting there, but he couldn't quite. As Davey breaks up that submission. Dynamite Kid going for that springboard splash, but Typhoon avoids it, gets back to his feet. And it looks like he's attempting it, and he has. Yes, he has. He's hit Typhoon with another one of those pile drivers. Davey Boy Smith's in and takes Earthquake off the apron. This could be all here, and it is. The British Bulldogs pick up the victory against the Natural Disasters. Great victory here for them. Like I said, definitely looking to push themselves up this tag team division. Just showing that size isn't everything here. They're severely outweighed by the Natural Disasters, but didn't stop Dynamite getting 2 pile drivers in on Typhoon. And that spiked they spiked DDT on the apron. Great victory here for the British Bulldogs. Definitely working their way up this tag team division. There's a lot of teams in here though, a lot of very good teams. It's going to be a long and arduous journey for the British Bulldogs. But who knows what could happen. So here is our second match of the evening. It is the Intercontinental Championship match. Owen Hart will defend against Jake the Snake Roberts. So here we go here with our Intercontinental Championship match. Jake the Snake Roberts has been on fantastic form the last couple of weeks. We saw him defeat the Ultimate Warrior in the opening episode of Throwback Thursdays. Ultimate Warrior being one of the legends to hold this Intercontinental Championship belt, one of the best Intercontinental champions of all time. And then the following week, Jake Roberts defeated Owen Hart in a non-title match, which has led to Vince McMahon making this match here this evening. Owen Hart's championship is in serious danger here, and Jake Roberts just starting by dominating this match. Owen Hart's barely had any aggression so far. He tried to get a little bit there, but Jake reversed it with that back enziguri. Again, throwing Owen Hart into that turnbuckle. Throwing him across to the other side. And following it up with that running knee. Jake Roberts is absolutely demolishing Owen Hart here. If this continues, it's not going to be too long before we see Jake Roberts holding that championship belt up in the air. But Owen finally getting a bit of aggression himself with that knee to the stomach. And now a neck breaker. Yeah, neck breaker on Jake Roberts. And an elbow drop. Jake's back to his feet there, went for that drop kick, and Owen avoided it. Excuse me. Jake round the back of Owen, now kicking to the leg and hitting that running bulldog. Knee drop to the back of the head as well. And then just laying punches into the side of the face before slamming the face into the apron. Owen Hart managed to reverse and getting Jake into that corner, then hitting the monkey flip. Jake making his way back to his feet, but Owen's got him up in that scoop slam. And now another elbow drop to the heart of Jake Roberts. And a great step of enziguri there by Owen Hart. Starting to mount a little bit of offense here, which he needs to do, but Jake Roberts comes straight back with that running DDT to just halt any sort of offense that Owen was picking up. A knee to the face now by Jake Roberts. Rake to the eyes. Owen Hart twisting the arm, and he's going to go for a Russian leg sweep. And a leg drop to the head of Jake Roberts. Jake tripping Owen down. Owen fighting back. And Jake fighting back now with that shoulder block. Rolling Owen over, and he's locked in the camel clutch. Owen's managed to get an arm free, and he's travelling towards the ropes. Should reach the rope. He does. Jake breaks the hold. Owen hitting a great spinning reverse heel kick. He's going to go for the back suplex. And now Owen's going to... I thought it was a lock in the camel clutch, but that's a great submission there. Don't think he quite had all of it. He broke the hold. Running heel kick by Owen Hart. Jake fights his way back to his feet though. Oh, Jake going for the... Jake hits his DDT. Jake hits the DDT. Could we have a new Intercontinental Champion here? 1, 2, 3 we do. Jake Roberts is your new Intercontinental Champion here in the WWF Retro roster. There's that big DDT to finish the match. Owen Hart spiked on the top of his head. And there's Jake with the belt. Well deserved. He's been on fantastic form the past few weeks. And that's really a championship he deserves. Owen will of course get his rematch. But on the form that Jake Roberts is in, I would imagine him to hold on to that belt still. Owen Hart is defeated, twice, 2 weeks in a row by Jake Roberts. The fans very happy. Ladies and gentlemen, your new Intercontinental Champion, Jake Roberts. So here's our third match of the evening. It is the Great Muta taking on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in an Extreme Rules matchup. So Ricky running straight into the ring here. Oh, he's wasting no time. He's taking Muta out straight away. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat just sprinting down to the ring. Didn't want to waste any time going against Muta. This match has really been built up from last week's episode when the Great Muta actually attacked Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with a chair on his way to the ring. Steamboat obviously eager to get this match started early. Muta, however, starting to take a bit more control now. That atomic drop into a second atomic drop. That's got to hurt the crown jewels of the dragon. Great drop kick there by Great Muta. Muta hitting the back elbow on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. But Ricky hitting the knee to the stomach. Muta fights his way back to his feet. And a running Bulldog. Drop kick to the knee by Muta. These two guys are such fantastic competitors. You can see how much the crowd are involved in this one, enjoying this one. Hurricanrana by Muta, but Ricky Steamboat back to his feet. Eating a back elbow from Muta. And another Hurricanrana by Muta. As I say, this is an Extreme Rules match, and just as I was saying, nobody's got any weapons. Muta's on his way out there. He's got a chair, but Ricky Steamboat cuts him off. Steamboat hitting that knee to the face on the outside. He picks Muta up, but Muta with a Hurricanrana on the outside. Steamboat bringing Muta back to his feet. What's he going to go for here? Now Muta reverses into that Russian leg sweep on the outside. Again, nobody's used the weapon yet, but this has been a very fast and hard fought match. Quick sort of roll up there by Ricky Steamboat. That means nothing in this sort of match. Ricky's got Muta up. What's he going for here? Huge vertical suplex on the outside. Very thin matting out there. Very little protection, if any. Steamboat throwing Muta back into the ring, and laying an elbow into the side of the face. Steamboat now throwing Muta into the ring. There's an elbow to the face. Ricky now with that sort of headlock takedown. Bringing Muta back to his feet. He's going to hit another one of those big vertical suplexes. He's got Muta up and brings him straight back down. Muta reverses that move that Steamboat was going for there into an arm breaker. And Muta going back outside again, looking to try and get some weapons, but Steamboat stops him. Steamboat seems pretty intent on winning this one without using any weapons by the looks of it. Muta with the elbow to the side of the head of Steamboat. Kicked by Muta. And now just getting Ricky Steamboat in the tree of woe. Steamboat reverses though. And Muta goes back with that knee to the stomach. And another running Bulldog. Muta's on his way back out again. Is he going to be able to get himself a weapon this time? So Steamboat managed to stop him again. Steamboat throwing Muta into the ring. Drop kick to the knee by Muta. And now just rubbing Steamboat's face against that top rope. Front chancery by Steamboat and throwing Muta into the corner. Hits a shin breaker. Now the quick roll up pin here. Referee's counting 1, 2, only a 2 count. Steamboat trying to get a quick win here. Hits a scoop slam on the arm of the great Muta. But Muta now have a quick roll up. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Oh, Ricky going for the quick pin. 1, 2. Oh, Muta bridges out beautifully. This is going to hit the backslide. 1. Only a 1 count. Both guys back to their feet. Muta was a slight bit quicker. Steamboat just slams Muta down. Oh, hitting a great backbreaker into a Russian leg sweep. Great combination move there by Ricky Steamboat. Into a neck breaker on Muta. Steamboat's up on the top rope. Went for that knee drop, but Muta avoids it. And there's that backbreaker Russian leg sweep combination again. Steamboat picking Muta up. Throwing him into the turnbuckle. Saito suplex. And again with that backbreaker Russian leg sweep combination. Really doing a job here on the back of the great Muta. But Muta hitting the quick roll up. 1, 2. Oh, couldn't quite get it. Steamboat reversing over the top. Muta again. Fantastic bridging out. It's going to go for the backslide. 1. Must have been a rope break there, surely. Ricky's Dragon Steamboat's feet were hitting that top rope. Back suplex by the great Muta. Going to go for a pin straight from that. 1. Only a 1 count again. Ricky Dragon Reversing that headlock into a backdrop. Brings Muta back to his feet. So he's going to go for that vertical suplex again. He does. Brings him down hard. Picking Muta up. And lifts him up into that submission move. Dropping him flat on his face. That could be all here. 1, 2, 3 it is. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat comes out on top on this one. In a great match. I'd say it wasn't Extreme Rules, but Ricky definitely seemed against using the weapons in this one. Every time Muta tried to get a weapon, Ricky took it off him. There's that vertical suplex. And here's this submission style move into a slam. Rolled over for the pin. 2, 3. Great victory here for Ricky Steamboat. We'll be happy to get a little bit of payback for what happened last week when he was attacked on his way to the ring by the Great Muta. Great victory here for Ricky Steamboat. Very happy, as he should be. Great victory. So here's our fourth match of the evening. It is Hulk Hogan, your WWF champion, taking on Bret Hart. Here we go, the beginning of the match. Oh, and Bret Hart's taken Hogan out here. Sorry, Bret Hart has taken the referee out. Sorry, he missed Hogan, took the referee out. The referee is down. Hogan starting off well here. The referee's still down and out. Raked to the eyes by Hogan. Referee obviously down. He couldn't see that. Referee making his way back to his feet now though. As Hogan hits that huge punch to the head. Remember we did see Bret Hart defeat Hulk Hogan last week. This has led to a lot of people saying that Bret Hart deserves a WWF Championship match. We do have a retro pay-per-view coming up soon. So wouldn't be surprised if that was the main event for that event. Great tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Bret Hart. Picks Hogan back up to his feet. Tried to lay punches, but Hogan comes back. And Hogan with that giant scoop slam. And Bret Hart there with his signature Russian leg sweep. Great punches by Hogan. A shoulder block by Bret Hart. Remember guys, if you do have any comments or suggestions, please jot them in the comment section below. I don't get a lot, so I will try and reply to all of them. If you've got anyone you want to see me add to the rosters, anyone you want to see pushed, anyone even move roster from one company to another, please let me know and I'll try and work in as many as I can without contradicting them. Hogan there with a gut buster on Bret Hart. Gonna go for the pin. It's a rope break. Hogan will be desperate to get a victory here after losing to Bret Hart last week. There's the leg drop by Bret on Hogan. Gonna go for the pin again. Not even a 1 count this time. Hogan with a knee to the stomach. And a running DDT on Bret Hart. Gonna go for the quick pin. But Bret not even down. Well, Bret was down for just about a 1 count. Power slam by Hogan. Gonna go for the pin again. 1. Again, just about a 1 count. Bret with a drop kick on Hogan. Gonna go for a pin himself. That's far too close to the ropes. Front chancery, then into that step up enziguri. Again, too close to the ropes. A tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Bret Hart. This time, I thought he was too close to the ropes again, but referee let him have that one. Only a 1 count though. Bret Hart with a neck breaker. Gonna go for the pin again. 1. Bret going for a lot of pins here. Go for a pin again, but that's got to be a rope break again. It is. Oh, Hogan with that running big boot. Gonna go for the pin on Bret. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. That big boot took a lot out of Bret, I think. Bret thrown into the corner. Hogan bringing him out and slamming him down. And then just laying an elbow into the side of the knee of Bret. Gonna go for the pin. 1. Only a 1 count. These two guys going for a lot of pins in this match. There's a big punch by Hogan. 1. Still only a 1 count. Nobody's managed to make a 2 count as yet in this match. Which is surprising, the amount of pins we have seen. Hogan gets slammed to the mat. Bret's going to go for the pin. Again, only a 1 count. And Bret with a backbreaker on Hogan. Probably trying to weaken that back if he can lock in the sharpshooter at some point. Bret going for another pin. There's been just a hell of a lot of pins in this match. Still, no one has managed to get a 2 count though. Hogan with that shoulder block. 1. Again, only a 1 count on Bret. Hogan manages to reverse into that running DDT. Goes to the pin. 1, 2. We finally have a 2 count in this match. Just about a 2 count. Hogan throws Bret into the corner. And now into the opposite corner. Now Hogan just laying the punches in. Then a big hip toss. Going to go from the pin straight from that. 2. Again, only a 2 count. Bret with that snapmare. The elbow to the back of the head of Hogan. Going to go for the pin. Again, only a 1 count. Bret with that scoop slam on the arm of Hogan. Going for the pin again. Again, only a 1 count. Bret with just a headbutt to the top of the shoulders there of Hogan. Hogan gets back to his feet. And there's Bret with a shoulder block. Straight into the pin again. Bret is just pinning Hogan at every attempt he possibly can. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker and a pin. To expect nothing different of Bret Hart. Finally gets a 2 count on Hogan though. Hogan throws Bret over the top. Now hip tosses him back in. Gonna go for a pin himself. Only a 2 count again. Bret goes flying into the corner. Again, Hogan just laying the punches in. We saw earlier, and it's the same. He follows it up with that hip toss. Into a quick pin. Oh, very nearly a 3 count there. And there's that same move we saw Ricky Steamboat win the match with earlier. Didn't quite have the same effect for Hulk here. Hulk with a neck breaker on Bret Hart. Gonna go for the pin straight from that. Only a 2 count. Bret throws Hogan into the corner. Gonna lock him into the tree of woe. And now just driving his foot into the face of Hogan. Hogan drops back to the mat, but far too close to the ropes for Bret to go for that pin. Hogan with a Russian leg sweep. Going to go straight for the pin as well. Only a 2 count. Hogan throwing Bret into the corner. Just laying the punches, and we've seen twice in this match he's done this and locked into the hip toss, which he does again. Pinning Bret Hart, 1, 2. Oh, very close to being a 3 count again. Bret Hart with that jawbreaker is going to pin Hogan. 2 count after that jawbreaker. Bret Hart with that reverse suplex. No, he's going to lock in the sharpshooter. I think Hogan's too close to the ropes here. Gets the rope break. That's been the story of the match so far for Bret. He just keeps pinning and submitting far too close to the ropes. Hogan bringing Bret Hart back into the ring. Going to go for the pin. Again, only a 2 count. Very close though. Bret hitting that tilt world backbreaker. Going to go for a pin. 1, 2. Oh, very close to a win there as well. Another backbreaker by Bret Hart. Obviously looking to lock that sharpshooter in again at some point. Bret throwing Hogan into the corner. What's he going for here? He's bringing Hogan across to the turnbuckle. Oh, it looks like yes, he has. He's locked in that figure 4 leg lock around the turnbuckle post. It's got to do some serious damage. You can only hold it for so long. Referee's counting. The referee managed to get Bret to break it eventually, but the damage has obviously been done to Hogan now. Oh, but Hogan back with that arm breaker. And now into that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Bret Hart. Hogan tripping Bret over, making his way back into the ring. The referee's counting Bret out, but I think Bret's going to make it back in time. He does. Hogan with that elbow to the back of the shoulder at Bret. Now throwing him into the corner. Now again, just laying punches in. Bret drops to the ground hard. Hogan's going to go for the pin, but I thought it was going to be too close to the ropes. It's not a rope break. Only a 2 count though. Bret throwing Hogan into the far corner. Hogan manages to reverse. Hitting a clothesline into the corner. Going to go for the pin. This time it is too close to the ropes. Back elbow by Bret Hart though. Going to go for the pin here. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. These two guys have given their all tonight. Great neck breaker by Bret Hart. He's going to go for the pin from that. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Big thump to the head of Hogan. Bret going to go for the pin again. Again, only a 2 count. Bret's been actually relentless with these pins this evening. Remember, it does take energy. Every time Hogan kicks out one of these pins, he's using energy to do so. It's a sound tactic by Bret Hart, really. Oh, Bret's got Hogan up in that power driver. That's how he won it last week. The power driver's on the outside, and this time a power driver inside the ring. And is this going to be all again? 1, 2, 3 it is. Bret Hart comes out of this one on top again, defeating the WWF champion Hulk Hogan. And again, the pile driver is what's finishing him off. And some of the other highlights is the tilt world backbreaker on the outside. This was the pin after the thump to the back of the head. But eventually it's this. The pile driver spiking Hogan's head into the mat, which finished him off for the 1, the 2, and the 3. Bret has now defeated the WWF champion 2 weeks running. This must guarantee him a championship match at the pay-per-view, surely. We'll have to see what Vince McMahon's going to say about the situation, but in my mind, if he doesn't get a championship, there's some serious issues with this company. It was a hard-fought match on both sides, but eventually it was Bret's pile driver that came up trumps. And our main event this evening is Ric Flair taking on Sting. Sting sprinting down to the ring. He wants to start this match early, and he does. Fez pressing Flair and taking him down. Flair back to his feet. Sting throwing him into the corner. Could this be the Stinger Splash? We see the Stinger Splash. Sting rolled Flair over. He's going to go for an early pin here. Only a 1 count. Flair trying to get some offense in this match. Great running clothesline in the corner by Flair on Sting. Sting with that great belly-to-belly slam. Flair just ejecting Sting over the top rope. Clothesline by Sting. Back elbow by Flair again. The clothesline by Flair on the outside of the ring. These two guys have been in a heated feud the last few weeks. We saw Sting and Flair face each other in the first episode of Throwback Thursday. At the end of that match, Sting offered Flair a handshake, and Flair just hit him with a low blow. Then we saw last week a rematch. Beginning the match, Flair actually offered Sting a handshake sarcastically before just levying a knee into the stomach of Sting. Sting did go on to win that match by submission. And talking of submission, the Scorpion Deathlock is locked into Ric Flair. Sting has that submission locked in. He beat Flair by submission last week. We defeat him again. He breaks the hold. Obviously thinks he's done enough damage here. Hits a beautiful drop kick. Picking Flair back up, but Flair fights back to his feet. Great reverse suplex, holding on with a bridge, only a 1 count. Back elbow by Flair. It was a great week for Sting last week. Not only did he defeat Ric Flair by submission in the main event, he also defended his tag team championship alongside the Ultimate Warrior against Demolition in the same evening. He pulled double duty and won both matches. Great night for him. Flair getting around the back of Sting, but Sting fighting back with a belly-to-belly slam. And now a leg drop. Now just picking Flair up. Sting coming back with that drop toe hold. And now locking in another submission. Working on that back that's already been damaged by that sharpshooter. The Scorpion Deathlock. Again, breaking the hold. I think he knows he's done enough damage. He just wants to finish finish Flair off now. Flair's dazed. Sting went to press Flair up. Flair comes back down and hits the German suplex. Two guys locking up again. Sting throws Flair off and Flair comes back with that running DDT. Flair just choking Sting. But Sting straight back up, fighting his way to his feet. Now just hitting the clotheslines on Flair. And a third clothesline. And a clothesline in the corner as well. He picks Flair up. Oh, Flair fights back with that trip. Looked like he was going for the legs there. Sting manages to fight him away. Sting throwing Flair back into the corner. Maybe wasted a bit of time there, but finally decided to lock Flair into the tree of woe. But Flair straight back out. Sting looks like he's going to go with that Scorpion Deathlock again, but he's far too close to the ropes. Flair's already got his hand on the rope. Sting hitting that scoop slam on Flair. And the elbow drop to the heart. This time is he going to be able to press Flair up? No, Flair's back down. And again hits that beautiful German. And again just choking Sting out on the ground there. Bringing Sting back to his feet. But Sting go for that quick pin. 1, 2, 3, and he's got it. Sting wins with that quick pinfall out of nowhere. Here was that Stinger splash early on in the match. We saw the Scorpion Deathlock here, locked in by Sting. He was far too close to the ropes at that point though. Flair just picks Sting up here and Sting just catches him in that quick roll up. And gets the 3 count. Great win here for Sting. Sting very happy, and as you can see why, he's come out on top of Ric Flair again. Great victory here for Sting in the main event of our Throwback Thursday. So guys, that's the end of our episode. Please like and subscribe and check out my other universe modes. I've got 6 on the go altogether, so check out my channel for the playlist for them all. Thank you very much for watching.